Alright folks, what's going on today? I got a new product that I'm going to be unboxing. This is the SEVENTOUR 6.5 inch car audio speakers. I've got two different boxes. One of them is a set of component speakers and the other is a set of coaxial speakers. I already own and have done an unboxing video for the SEVENTOUR P48E DSP, and that device is so awesome and has worked so well that I decided to go ahead and get my hands on some of these speakers to give them a try, because I had a bad experience with some JBL speakers, to make a long story short, and I've been looking for some other 6.5 inch components and coaxials to put in my Jeep. So let's go ahead on and get to it and see what we got in this box. On the outside of the box, it's just like the DSP box. It's just got a picture of the speakers. But if they look anything like what I think they're going to look like from what I saw on the Amazon website, these things are really nice looking speakers. So what's on the outside of this box doesn't do them any justice at all. So let's check it out and see what we got here. Open it on up. Alright, so just like the DSP, there's some real dense foam in here. This stuff's really good. It keeps anything that's inside of these boxes that SEVENTOUR sends in real good shape. Let's see. Alright, so we got some paperwork here that just lets you know what to do with the crossover for the passive crossover for your subwoofer and your tweeter. I won't be using that because I've got the DSP, so I use the P48E DSP in order to be able to control my crossovers. So I won't use these passive crossovers, but they're included for anybody who doesn't have a DSP and might want to use them. Alright, so we've got all different types of stuff in this box here. We've got the speakers, as you can see, the tweeters, the passive crossovers, and so we've even got some wire here to be able to hook it all up. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we got. First, pull out these tweeters. And one of the coolest things about this set, I thought, was the fact that these tweeters, they're 1-inch dome tweeters, soft dome tweeters, and they come with included tweeter pods, which is really cool for anybody that wants to be able to directionally mount their tweeters so that they point in a certain direction, instead of just like my tweeters right now, they just sit in my dash and point upward. So I'm either going to mount these on my A pillars or on the same spot where my existing tweeters are, only these will actually face into the vehicle instead of pointing straight up at my windshield. So that's pretty cool, I think. Alright, and here's what the tweeter pod looks like. This is one of the tweeter pods, and it's got a hole in the back, and it even comes with some 3M adhesive on the back so that you can really stick it to whatever you want it to. Just a little tip for anybody who's going to use the adhesive, I would strongly suggest getting yourself some good degreaser or alcohol or something like that and cleaning the surface of whatever you want to stick this to, because I can almost guarantee you that if you do not, that these are not going to stick very well at all. And that's not on SEVENTOUR. That's a matter of, like us being the consumers out here using the products, just trying to do everything that we should be doing to make sure that these products have the best opportunity to work their best. That's something that you should do anytime that you're going to use something that's got this type of adhesive sticker on it or two-sided tape. You always want to clean the surfaces of anything that you're going to try and stick this to really well with a degreaser or alcohol or whatever, and then let it dry really well before you try and stick that. So anyway, moving on. That's what the tweeter pods look like. I think they're really cool. I mean, these are the cheapest ones I've been able to find are, I don't know, like 60 bucks. And I mean, it's just a plastic thing, but in order to get them, if you want to get them by themselves, they're like 60 bucks. So here's the other tweeter. Looks just the same as the one that we've got over there. And then we got the speakers, and each one of the speakers are wrapped up in some plastic wrap, and they've also got these plastic covers on them as well, which is nice. I mean, you get stuff from these guys and it looks like they really care about what they're doing, because they pack everything really well. I don't feel like I'd ever order something from these dudes and ever have to worry about it being damaged before it got to my house, even if Amazon tore the box up. And this is what the speakers look like. And I don't know if this video is really showing how good these speakers look, but man, these speakers look awesome. They look really awesome. I mean, this is heavy duty. You know, these are all cast aluminum or aluminum alloy baskets, so they are really heavy duty baskets. They're nothing like the steel stamp frame baskets like you would usually see in a speaker of this price range. But these things, like, not only are they heavy duty and feel nice, but they look good too. I mean, look at that. I don't know anybody else out right now that's using this particular kind of a basket for their speakers. I know a lot of the speaker baskets that you see that are aluminum will be used by more than one company. You know, several different companies will use a speaker basket, and I've never seen this particular one, but they look really good. I like them. When I saw them online. I mean, I figured, man, they look really sweet. And you know, while the speaker basket doesn't say everything about a speaker, you know, it does provide a lot of benefits to a speaker. You know, like it gives it better heat dissipation, and it just gives the speaker better power handling, period. You know, to have an aluminum basket like this rather than a stamped steel basket like you would typically see on speakers of this price range. Doesn't mean that a speaker is going to be a good sounding speaker, but it's a good sign as far as I'm concerned. We've got butyl rubber surrounds on these speakers and just a, you know, typical dust cap. But these are also, another nice thing about these speakers is, as you can see, they're nice fiberglass cones on the speakers, and the butyl rubber surrounds are not, you know, that thin junk that you see on some of the really cheap speakers that you can find on Amazon. So this stuff is heavy enough to where when I feel it, it feels nice and thick. So you know, that's really going to help out with the with your low end. You know, especially like for people, like I've got two subwoofers in the back of my Jeep. But for people who are maybe, you know, don't have subwoofers and an entire active system in their car, this rubber is a real good sign that you're going to get good low end out of these speakers. So if you don't have subwoofers and you're trying to get a little bit of low end out of your 6.5 inch speakers, these might very well do the job for you. I'm going to have to do a separate video for a review after I get them installed. I'm also going to do an installation video as well. Maybe not step-by-step installation, but you know, a couple parts along the way. I'm gonna you know, I'm just gonna do a video that'll give people, you know, a roundabout basic idea of the things you'll need to do to get them installed properly into your car. I'll go ahead and lift this other one out of here for now, just to go ahead and get it out of here, because after I get them out, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting them installed and getting that video done. So this is the same thing as the other. Nice aluminum basket. These baskets are so sweet. And fiberglass cone, same nice thick butyl rubber surround, and we've got the other speaker pod in here, or tweeter pod, and then of course we've got two passive crossovers, one for each speaker and tweeter pair. They're nice tiny crossovers too, which is good for anybody who would be using these, because the smaller the crossover is, the easier it is to get these things mounted up inside a door frame. When you take that door card off, a lot of times, you know, I've used these in the past myself, and you know, it can be a challenge to try and figure out where in the world you're going to mount your passive crossovers. So these are nice, nice small passive crossovers, so they should be pretty easy for anybody to hide. They're not just small circumference wise, I mean, they're small top to bottom all the way around. I mean, I feel like you know, pretty much anybody ought to be able to find a place to jam that bad boy up in there. And worst case scenario, if you can't find a place to mount it to the panel of the door card, then you can wrap it up in something that's going to protect it from some water and just put it on the inside of the door itself. Alright, we also got some speaker wire in here. Nice long bit of speaker wire in here. This looks like to be, I would guess this is probably about 10 feet of speaker wire. And let's see what we got. 16 gauge OFC. Okay, so this is oxygen free copper. Okay, so this is good speaker wire too. They didn't put any crap uh, uh, copper coated aluminum speaker wire in here. This is good OFC copper speaker wire. Oh, there's one more thing down in here. Yep, okay. So then we've got a little bit of smaller gauge speaker wire here also that comes with some pre-installed terminals, female terminals, to be able to hook onto the tweeters whenever you go about getting those installed. So these will just slip right on here, which is pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, so these things are pretty nice looking, guys. I really like what I'm seeing here, and I think these speakers are probably going to sound really good. We won't know until we get them in there, because like I said, you know, aluminum baskets don't equate to, you know, automatically great sounding speakers, but the way these things look, I'm imagining they'll sound pretty good in the car, and I'm looking forward to getting them in there and checking them out, and then you know, getting a review video out there for everybody who's interested to try and find out about these speakers. And I'm also going to have a review coming out for the P48E DSP. I've had it in my car for a little while, or in my Jeep for a little while now, and man, that thing is great. It's done everything that's been advertised, and more. So that thing really helped my sound out in my Jeep a lot. And you know, I mean, even if I had a higher budget system and I was willing to spend a little more money on some things, I don't think that I would spend any more money on a DSP, to be honest with you. I think I'd just stick with the P48E and just use it. I mean, it gives me 8 channels. It's got everything that I need to do what I need to do in a car system. So I don't see any reason why I would buy anything else and spend more money than I need to. But yeah, that's it. You know, I hope you liked what you saw. I'm going to have another video out for the coaxial version of these speakers, which I don't imagine will be as lengthy because it's not going to have nearly as much stuff in the box. But for anybody who's interested, I will have a video posted for those as well. Thanks for watching, and you know, I hope you'll tune in later on for the review videos and the installation videos that I'm going to do. Thanks a lot.